This is just outstanding. They raised $814,000 to bring back their football team. That's Whittier College, the Poets, excuse me. And that's from their alumni and other outside donors that wanted to bring this program back. And so it closed down its program just 2 years ago. Thanks to that money, the school announced in the fall that the Poets would once again take the field in 2026.
That there's gonna be a movie about that. There has to be.
There literally has to be. $814,000 for a D3 program to come back.
That's awesome. That just shows that there's a lot of support in that community and the fan base and the alumni. Like, people want to see that program run, and here it is. It's back.
The response, at least on social media and from everything else that I could tell, has been absolutely incredible. And here's a little bit more information and context here. Like I said, after the 2022 season, following 100-plus years, Jimmy, of competition, we talked about APU had about 55 years under their belt, almost double that. This team had been around for over a century. That left the players to either retire or transfer elsewhere to finish their college career. And like you talk about, these teams out west, man, there's not a lot of other options for them. If you're not a D1 guy going to play at Cal, going to play at San Diego State, those kind of deals, there's not a lot of options for you to go play at the next level if you want to try and stay local. So a lot of guys were unfortunately met with that decision to either transfer or retire and just be done with the game after the 2022 season. And then now the Poets back in 2026. They got a new head coach. Corey White is going to be the man at the helm for the Poets. The Post, they got him with the jersey. It's got the number 26 on it, which is a cool detail, being back and playing in fall of 2026. So just an incredible story about what really is a grassroots fundraiser, and a program and an alumni and support base that has just absolutely rallied around the just idea of this team, right? Which is just a really, really cool deal. Now, I wanted to dive in and talk about Coach White a little bit here, because he has a pretty interesting background. His resume is one that I think is pretty important to talk about. So his most recent stop was the tight ends coach and fullbacks at Northern Illinois, obviously D1 in the MAC, held that position from 2023 to 2025. Before that, though, you see University of San Diego and Humboldt State. So he's got these ties out west, certainly not going to be his first rodeo out here. Was the offensive coordinator and running back coach at San Diego, Jimmy, and was the interim head coach at Humboldt State before that. So he spent a lot of time in the coaching ranks and brings over a ton of experience. Could you imagine coming back and trying to head up a resurrected program in this fashion?
That would be really, really cool. I mean, it would be an uphill battle for sure, but I think he's ready for it. I mean, he has a ton of experience and seems like he's really passionate about it. So seems like the right man for the job to me. So. Yeah,
and the connections with the area, I think, are huge. I saw Northern Illinois right off the top of my head before I went and did more research to see exactly what he was about and what he had done in his career. And again, now you're talking about newly resurrected program. I'm not going to say new program, but coming from a very different geographic footprint in the Midwest, I was a little skeptical. Then you look and you see those other two pieces on his resume, and the chips start to fall. It makes a lot more sense. But with that comes a lot of challenges, dude, and you and I know that. It's going to be tough to get this program going in the right direction. You'd imagine there'll be great energy in the beginning, right? A lot of people that are excited to see this back, hopefully going to be filling up the stands for those first couple of home games, the home opener. But the team was a combined 0-18 in their last 2 years of competition before closing their doors. So the alumni, the fan base, they're going to have to be patient. Even though it seems like you've got a very qualified, very great candidate at the helm here of this program, you got to be patient. Football out west, it's difficult. We talked about it. Not a great variety of small school programs. The travel is incredibly expensive. There's no money for the schools that already deal with limited enrollment like both of these squads. But I think we can speak for both of us when we say that we're certainly pulling for both these guys.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think for reference, for those maybe more familiar with the D3 football landscape, the automatic qualifier from the SCIAC this last year was Pomona Pitzer, who I believe actually they put together a really quality season and made it into the playoffs, into the national dance there at the D3 level. So not to say there's not good football out there either. That certainly is not the problem. There's certainly talent on the West Coast. We just got to make sure we can, by we, I mean the schools, can provide some opportunities for them.